Hi everybody, thanks for being here and welcome to Rose Sky Tarot. Now these cards are always well shuffled in between readings, and the cards that pop out or that I'm drawn to are for the sign in general. So it may not reflect everyone's personal circumstances, but even if one card relays a message, then I'm good with that. So enjoy. Hi Taurus, so glad you could manage to make it here today. And this is your reading for the 11th of March. There we go. I hope you've had a great weekend and we're all ready for the week ahead. Okay, I can never get these in a straight line. There we go. One more shuffle. Let's see where that takes us. All right. Do you know what? That's the card that I want. I'm going to give you that card as well. Okay. Right, let me just shuffle these along a little bit because one card popped out at the end, but I had my eye on this card, so we'll add in the one that popped out as well. Right then, let's see what these cards have to say. All right then, now we have the Justice card, King of Pentacles, Nine of Wands in reverse, Five of Cups in reverse, and the Star in reverse. Now then, is someone round about you, someone who is able to see everything that's gone on and can look at it in a logical way and weigh up everything that's happened so that, you know, there is a level of justice and responsibility within what has been going on. You know, and it could also be seen that this is something to do with karma, about life going round in a circle, and what goes around comes around. Now, with the next card being the King of Pentacles, is there something that, in order to keep the lifestyle that you have, are the things that you have done and the way that you've done them in order to be cost effective? Have they, maybe, although they have been value, has there been the quality there? Has there been something about the way that things have been carried out that someone is looking at this and judging what's going on? Now, it could be that this is business related, but it could also be about the practices that have taken place and more about resources than a business. And resources could be anything. Could be time, could be money, it could be objects that you have around about you, could be buildings. But there's something to weigh up here. There's something about truth and responsibility that is still to come out. Now let's look at the next 3 cards. We have the 9 of Wands in reverse, the 5 of Cups in reverse, and the Star in reverse. Now, the 9 of Wands here, are you feeling that maybe you should be digging your heels in a little bit? Feeling a little bit stubborn about, this period of judgment? Are you feeling that maybe you're being made an example of? And if that is the case, do you really have any hope in winning? Do you have any hope in the defence that you're going to put forward? And it could be that, is there someone out there who is wanting to make an example of you? And wanting you to go through the wars and let others who do similar things see what could happen, see what the consequences are. And it could be that this has got you thinking, with the 5 of Cups in reverse, about everything that has gone on, about all the emotions that go along with your experiences. Could be that you're going over and over every little thing that you've done regarding this issue. And you're going through all the emotions and feeling, hopeless still, beating yourself up. And it could be that you're feeling a little bit sorry for yourself about being in this position. I don't think you can believe that this is actually happening, that you're being called to be responsible for whatever it is that's going on. And you are beating yourself up over it, but you do still think that this is something that has been put onto you. Now, with the Star in reverse, the hopelessness seems to continue here. And you feel as though that all of the dreams that you had, about having an abundant life, having a quality lifestyle, are they all disappearing? Are you feeling really fed up, and that, any thought of a good future is fast and disappearing? Because the hopelessness that you're feeling and obsessing over the past, your emotions are just going in a downward spiral now. And this is also, leading to feeling lost, feeling low, feeling self-pity over everything that's going on. So there's whatever this issue is that you're being held to be accountable for. It's not something that you expected. And it has brought you to your knees a little bit because it's taken away all your hopes and dreams. Now, this could be something that's going on for you or family member or friend, or it could be something that you're just talking about today. But even if it's just one of these cards that relate to you on a personal level, then at least there is a message for you within this reading. If not, then please come back again and hopefully there will be one the next time. Take care and I'll see you next time. Bye, Taurus. Hi, Virgo. So glad you could join me this evening, and hopefully you're all feeling refreshed after the weekend. Let me just get this wee card out. There we go. And have another shuffle. This is your reading for the 11th of March. And that one there. Okay. All right. Let's see what they're saying. Okay. We have Judgment in reverse, the King of Swords in reverse, the Queen of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Now, is there something that you have wanted to do or something that you've been asked to do, but are you really not wanting to do it? Are you just saying no or ignoring the question or the request? Now, could it be that, is there a reason why you're not wanting to do this? Has someone hurt you in some way? You know, in a way that you don't really want to be round about them, that you haven't forgiven them for what's been said or done. You know, so you doubt that you'd ever want to do whatever this request or this action is again because of how you're feeling. Something that you can't quite seem to get over. Now, does this have something to do with someone that's round about you that is very strict? They like to live by rules, and if those rules are broken, then the discipline that they hand down can be extremely harsh, and they can be really unsympathetic about how someone else is feeling. You know, so they don't really care what you think as long as you stick to those rules. And if you don't, then there's going to be hell to pay. Now, is that the reason why you're not wanting to pursue this task or this desire that you have to want to do whatever this area of employment or, you know, whatever this is that you want to do that you're not doing? There's so many different things it could be. But is there someone that's round about you that wants to guide you at this particular moment because they can see the reason why you don't want to do this? they can understand. It could even be that they have been in a very similar experience and gone through a similar reaction. And they could maybe help you to communicate and uncover, the depths of whatever this problem is, and help you to put a plan in place so that you can begin to heal whatever has been done or whatever has been said, and the harshness of, the consequences of this person. And I think that this person would be a good person to talk to because they would have a well-rounded knowledge, and they would have, the insight to be able to look at the bigger picture, because they would have the experience and the knowledge in order to give sound advice. Now, has this left you feeling a little bit unsure? With the Ace of Pentacles in reverse here, are you really not sure that the advice that's being given is right? Do you think that there's something wrong with the logic that has been put towards you? And it could be that, you have an instinctual reaction to that. It could be that, you really feel that you just want to run away from the situation instead of standing up and dealing with it. So it could be that your instincts take over. And it could even be that, you're at cross purposes in discussing whatever the problem is. Because are you maybe misunderstanding each other? You're both coming from different angles of whatever the concern or the problem is, and you've not really gelled quite yet and understanding each other's language. So you are left quite undecided about what the best thing is to do. So until then, you will be taking a back seat, because until those wounds are healed, you'll never be ready to go out into the world and deal with similar people who, can be quite selfish and a harsh critic, and unsympathetic in how they go about things. So even though at this moment in time, you are working on your emotions and your instincts, and the logic isn't quite there yet, but trust in the person that you're going to advice for. Because if you check their credibility, then you could be assured that they're giving good advice. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Now, please take care with whatever it is you're doing. And again, this may not be your particular situation. It could be a friend, it could be something you've been discussing from the television. And, it could even be that there's just one card here that is relevant for your circumstances. Now, I'm going to leave it there, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Virgo. Hi Capricorn, welcome to your reading for the 11th of March. Hope you're all having a fantastic weekend and ready for a week of fun. Let's have a look at what these cards are saying. That was very quick. All right, now we have the Eight of Wands, King of Wands in reverse, the Emperor in reverse, and the Five of Wands in reverse. Okay, now is everything in your life going wonderfully smoothly at the moment? You know, you've got lots of messages coming, going, and you know, everything's just ticking along and going quite swiftly. You know, it's everything's ticking along and going well, you know, and it's all working out the way you expected it to. But is there about to be a huge upset in the offing? Has there been a message that has set people on an inbound track for you? Have they messaged you to say that they are wanting to talk, or you know, are coming to visit? You know, and because you know there's a few wands here, it could be that it is work orientated. You know, it's all about the actions or what you partake in. Now, the next two cards I'm going to deal with together, because is there someone round about you or who has contacted you to meet up that has a huge tip for themselves? You know, they really believe that they are the bee's knees, they are the boss, you know, and they've got the kind of arrogant swagger, and they've got this personality that brooks no question from anyone that comes across them. You know, if they tell you to do something, then they expect it done with no interference from anyone else. And they can be quite in your face with their personality. So it could be quite intimidating to come up against this person, because they believe that they deserve and expect the best from everyone. And the problem is that is if they don't receive that, and linking the next card in, the Emperor in reverse, then you know they can be extremely controlling. You know, the expecting their word to be done immediately can turn into being a tyrant very, very quickly. And they abuse the power that they have in whatever the position is that they hold in the company. And they're extremely inflexible and can be extremely cruel in the consequences that they deal out for people who don't jump and see how high. You know, and they enjoy doling out, you know, criticism for no reason. they enjoy causing trouble. They like to have an atmosphere round about them that promotes arguments, promotes fights, promotes aggressiveness. Because if everyone's fighting against each other, no one's going to challenge what they have to say. And as they feel that, they are in charge, and deservedly so, that they can sculpt whatever skills they see in this time of chaos and backbiting. And those who are not up for that challenge, that it could turn into, more of a bullying, harassment sort of environment. So there is a very difficult situation occurring, and for some reason you have prior knowledge that all of these things are going to happen, although you may not know it, because all this is a message to say that events have been set in motion and that it will happen quite quickly. So this is going to be a very difficult day or a period in which you're having to deal with difficult people. And it could be that this is just for a meeting. It could be that it's one day. But in that day, the friction and discord between people has been unbelievable. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Now take care and try not to get into too many arguments, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Capricorn.